Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have a Dunker Church public match for you. It should be a good one. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this broadcast. Here we are, looking at the live battlefield at Dunker Church, a thing of beauty, the Warwick community's favorite map, at least for the skirmish game mode. Today, it is very lovely out. Unfortunately, the snow is gone. The winter event has sadly ended. But let's take a look at our officers before going into battle. On the Union side, we have Preacher. We have, how do you pronounce that? Gipes? I apologize if I butchered that. I probably did. We have Kappa here. And then we have Gandalf Graham. So, those are our Union officers for today's battle. Now, looking over at the Confederate side of things. Infantry-wise, we have Berserker 2. We have an officer moving his men up to the center defile, Viceroy of Texas. We also have Fruit and Yorkwall Shrink Uria. I probably butchered that. And then we have John Henkel leading the artillery here for the Confederacy. You can see Union has artillery here as well. There is no officer here for them. They also have artillery back here, which I didn't realize for a long time, actually, but they don't have an officer as well, which is going to suck for them because they need men with binoculars. So, as of late, probably not as of late, last I knew, the Union strategy was to go far right, hit this Confederate corner where you can see those Confederates going right now, go into the back of the woods, and then kind of terrorize the point of contention. Union artillery, holy crap, getting a devastating shot. And you can see the new update in effect. These fences have been broken by the Union artillery, which is very, very cool to see. So, but once Union gets into this backwoods, it's very hard for the Confederates to repel them out of the woods just because it's hard to see in the woods. Your men can Rambo, they can scatter. It's confusing. It's hard to organize men. So you're seeing Confederates take up a generally normal defensive position. You have guys in these center rocks here in case the Union decides to go to the left, which they can. They can go at least by that corn. I don't remember that corn is in or out of bounds for the Union, but they can go down the left side. This is such a big map. Union can attack from so many different angles. And one last thing before we start, we haven't checked numbers. It's about an 80v80, so a highly populated server here, which is very, very cool to see. Union still hasn't moved out. What are they doing over here?
72nd.
What are we doing?
We got all the time in the world, gentlemen.
All time in the world to stall off in time in bud, boys. Great.
Here we go. Shift right, gentlemen.
So the Union finally, this group finally begins to move out. Very interesting.
Sometimes I just need to replug it.
You have Preacher and Kappa leading their guys, not the bigger force of the Union. You do have some Confederates over here, though. On this snake fence, they pushed up kind of further than what you normally see, and they are going to be engaging the Union at any moment. Confederate artillery missing. There you go. Confederates getting a couple kills there. The thing is with this update is it takes a while to get over these snake fences too, more than they historically do. Confederates just getting a volley and running back to the snake fence here. I'm surprised all the Union didn't move out together. But nonetheless, they did not. It looks like the Confederates here are getting behind two fences. You see, it takes them a while to get over these fences, especially compared to more historical things. And the Union is very scattered out in this charge. You can see the rest of the Union from spawn making their way over here. But Union's probably not going to charge directly. They're probably going to try to just shoot. Actually, I don't know. This officer has 6 shots. He should hit every one of them, assuming he doesn't die. This Union charge is being fizzled out. Is there anything else happening? You can see some Confederate Rambos hitting those artillery, but what are the Confederates doing? Little do they realize the rest of the Union is sitting back there waiting to come down. They're coming down now. But these Confederates are charging over. It takes forever to get over. And now they're going to be stuck up on this side as the rest of the Union team pours into them. Here they go.
Alright,
Company A, pull back. Company A.
A little late for that. That's the thing. The vaulting update, it's taken me a while to get used to. Still getting used to it.
Never done.
But you need to be a lot smarter. Union needs to keep going, but they aren't. They're holding back with their push. And it's going to allow these Confederates to get ample time to get back to their defensive positions.
I should know what fucking hold fire. There's a bunch of friendlies up there. Wait for the
Better artillery overshooting. You can see it, the smoke in the distance where it hit. And here we go. That's a lot of Union. More Confederates pouring in here. Why Union have missed their chance.
Out on the fence. Right out.
That's crazy. Union missed a huge opportunity. They held back too much. It's going to allow these Confederates to get the firm hold on here. It's going to be hard for the Union to charge. Both sides having nice defensive positions on the fences here. All these shots should be hits. Confederate artillery getting a hit, but all these shots need to be hits. I mean, they're point blank shots. These guns are clumped up. Is that a team kill? I hear let's go. What are they doing? Are they they're repositioning onto this left side?
Down the fence. Keep up fire.
Yep, they're just repositioning over this left side a little bit. A little risky there. Both sides are getting respawns. They got all those flags. Is anything else happening over here? Nope, not really. I didn't know if there was anything else over here. There's always a chance. You never know. Neither side willing to charge the other out. It makes a lot of sense. Confederates are winning this right now. Union doesn't have all those flags up, and so Union respawns are not going to be happening.
Are we retreating?
No, do not retreat.
We are losing right now. I hate to tell you that.
Pick up the flag.
Are we
and fall back
retreating
then.
or
Pick up the flag. Yeah.
There we go. Union officer finally
Go
gets
back to me.
Let's get these flags out of here.
What are you doing? What do you mean retreat?
What do you mean we're losing it, preacher? What are you talking about?
Take the flag down.
Preacher trying to rally his men here. These flag bearers are essential. I mean, Union's just getting fizzled out here, and now the Confederates are being to charge them out. Honestly, if I were the Confederates, I wouldn't. They're getting a tick slowly. The Union are losing tickets over here by them trying to hold. But regardless of this matter, they're charging them out. Preacher going the wrong way. These Union flags need to get out. That is very huge for the Union. If they can get these out. Oh my god, they're so close to being killed. It looks like they're probably going to get away. This drummer needs to turn around and distract. And it looks like Union's going to be able to protect those flags. That is... what the heck. I never thought I'd see something like that. All three flags made it out. And Union is slowly trying to reform over at this position. Union is moving an artillery piece. Probably up here to help them at the corner.
I'll help you move this cannon here. Let me just turn it around. Just stand here and look like I'm doing something.
Yeah, that'll help.
Tapping S.
No, it's fast though, you know? That big of a deal.
So,
You like Eminem?
Union is reforming here. Do have respawns. They are heading that way as well. Confederates, on the other hand, looks like they're pulling back to the center. I don't know if they're reforming. Let's see if we can hear what they're talking about.
Oh, we won.
Yeah, but it was right up there with y'all, though. Y'all can pick it up.
Keep going, Virginia. Keep going.
Alright, Beacon, South Carolina. I need one man to volunteer to respond to the flag. Please, we need a flag.
So that's the one thing nice about pubs is you can hear the officers talking in an event, a private event. The officers are generally in a Steam chat, and so you don't know what they're thinking. Pubs, you can kind of figure it out, but it looks like the Confederates are splitting up into, I think, 2 or 3 groups. You definitely have this one group moving back up to the original position in the center with a lot of guys. You have another group holding maybe here, or are they all going? All these Confederates are moving back over to the left side. And right as the Union again begins to try to hit this position, you do have some Union in the center here. It looks, I can't tell if that's infantry or artillery officer. Confederates are going to hit this corner first. I mean, the Union have the numbers right now to take them out. I don't know if it'll be possible to do with them charging. Confederates a little spread out. Union hitting engage, not surprised there whatsoever. This vaulting update has really helped out the defending team at any map, just because it's so hard to push a point now, or push anywhere as long as there are fences. Nicodemus Hill, I haven't seen that map yet played, but I assume it's very defender biased. Confederates hitting engage at the same time. Confederates moving up a fence. Interesting approach here. It really makes it easier for the Union to try to charge them, because if Union wants to charge them, the Union just has to go over one fence. But we can see they're moving this way to respond to the Union. I can't even tell. Half the Union's moving this way, the other half is standing still.
Go for the nipple, to the nipple,
So it looks like Union is going to try to gun it for the center position here, a very pivotal position on the map, that corner there. And they did it at a good time, as the Confederates from the center have now moved over to assist their friendlies. Union officers are trying to get their men to go over there as best as they can. Big thing is, do they have flags? They do have flags coming up this way. This is a big move by the Union, especially if they're able to hold this. I don't know if those Union guys in the back are supposed to be there, but they're distracting a lot of Confederates. Union moving in to take out Confederate artillery. And that's a ticket drain. Well done by the Union so far. Again, these Confederates are holding here. They're taking their shots. Probably just trying to figure out what the heck is happening. I don't think these guys are supposed to be here. But regardless, they're distracting a lot of Confederates. So even if this isn't meant to be, it's helping out a lot.
Why are we not on the snake fence
I don't know.
instead of being here?
I don't know. I tried to get up on the snake
I
fence.
apologize for the language that is spoken by these players. Union holding in the church, and it's allowed, their whole team's in the church. One officer who doesn't appear to be leading. It really didn't seem like he was. I didn't hear anything there. But anyways, it's allowed some of the Confederates to get into this corner, which is a very huge defensive position for them. Union over here being charged out, and Confederates are going to win this easily. Union is capping point. And the rest of the Union have been charged out, but will Union cap the point? A very interesting move here. Preacher is, I think, is trying to get his men to go back into the woods. It's going to be very hard to try to get those men out of the church. Where Union cap the point. They have 12 minutes to hold it if they want to win now, although I don't know if they're going to be able to hold. I don't think they're trying to hold. Apparently, they do not want to be there, so they're capping and pulling back. They still have their flags, which is huge. Not a lot, a couple Union respawns over here, but a lot of ticket drain here by the Union.
Comrade.
So yeah, Confederates taking pop shots into the church. Union have trickled out into the backwoods, and this is very dangerous for the Confederates. There's a Confederate officer here. No one realizes.
Take the church back, doesn't that put them at our level?
They're still
I think he's just going straight for Preacher.
Yeah, because we're kind of leaving the church to them right
Yeah,
now.
it's okay, it's okay. We're giving it back to him. We shouldn't have captured it, so we're gonna give it back to him. But
we're giving their allegiance back over to the Confederates.
That's not why we're doing this. But I'll explain the out of
The fact that I'm fucking behind y'all's line is super sad.
Yeah, but where's the rest of your team?
Alright, holy shit. I tried to get you boys into the woods at first, but you guys just looked.
That's okay. Hey, Kappa, you tried. Good job. Good job. You're good. You're
I
good.
think I tried once.
The footage would say contrary. So a couple Unions still here in the church. They're getting cleared out by the Confederates.
Got him.
But again, the big thing is the Union got into the backwoods, which is important on Dunker Church for the Union grand strategy. Now the Union can't lose their flags. The Confederates en masse need to force the Union out of the woods. Because if Union lost their flags in the woods, that would be terrible. Flags despawn after 5 or so minutes, I think. It's around there. Confederates taking losses, very huge. The unfortunate part about this whole thing is they're going to go back up to the Union's engage. For those of you who don't know, when the defending team retakes a point, which they're going to do, they will go up to the percentage of tickets that the attackers are at Union hitting taking losses. So it actually...
Alright, now turn around.
Actually, the Confederates aren't going to regain as many tickets as I thought.
Perfect. Alright, now we're good. Now we're good. Alright,
just
fellas.
playing with the bush now.
There we go.
where
Now
you
form
can't
battle line,
see.
form a line, form a line, form a line, form a line, form a line. Now, fellas, the Rebs are going to be directly north. The Rebs are going to be north. Anything in front of you is a bad guy. Except me. I'm a good guy, alright?
I don't know, are you a good guy?
I'm like the rebel spy that's trying to be friendly.
Will they shoot this guy?
I don't know. I don't know
Alright,
about that.
alright. Alright, good. It's a friendly wood elf. We're alright. Hello, MS. What do you say? Good organized.
Almost got shot there. So the Confederates have retaken the point. Both sides have equal footing ticket-wise. Oh, it's a drummer boy. I didn't even realize that. He's going to get away, though, because this guy... Because hopping over a fence takes some time. You know, the Union is beginning to move through the woods. Let's see how far away they are from the point of contention. The Confederates are actually moving to try to respond to this. However, it's not their whole team. Whereas the Union has their... I was going to say whole team, but then I saw that, and not even close. And we're about to see a... Confederates are going to hit the Union.
Over there, so guys. Right face, in a bit of fire. Cut him down. Cut him
Right
down.
face.
Cut him down. There you go. Blast him. Blast him.
Gentlemen,
You smell weird.
That's called damage.
You smell weird, fruit. You smell weird. I killed 2 people on accident. I'm sorry, Crunch. I'm sorry, Fart.
I think the Union are going to win this.
Oh, you got no flag.
I think Union are going to win this. They should be able to. I mean, it's kind of close. Still a decent amount on both sides.
There's still CSA up the hill.
So, Preacher is taking his men forward. They are not stopping for anyone at rate as more Confederates have begun to pour into this woods.
Get the line.
The very Confederate cause is a little spread out again, about even numbers here in the woods.
Non-rebel on our left.
The Union's going to be able to hold, and they're going to win this. Both sides are taking losses, getting ever so closer to the breaking, where the defenders hit breaking, which is the next phase. The attackers can cap the point and win. We see the last remaining Confederate group on this battlefield is around this church. I think Union is just, they're moving forward now again. So it looks like Union's going to try to push out onto the church, try to knock the Confederates down to breaking, and cap the point while doing that, which would be a big play. We have Emperor here behind the Union line, trying to do something. But here we go.
There's a guy there. I should kill him.
Union artillery getting a beautiful shot. A lot of blood for one man, though. Here we go. If Confederates hit breaking, Union will probably win this game. Actually, there's a lot more Confederates than what I thought. We have Confederates on the left side here. They're moving up. They're going to try to flank around. Union has a limited time. You can see those Confederates coming back from Maine. Union slowly becoming outnumbered the longer they take. They're actually going for this nipple here. I don't think they communicated that to all their men, though, as there's some still back at the church. Those flags are huge. They need to get those flags out of here. Union are going to be able to charge out and take the nipple here, which is, again, a huge spot. But Preacher's leading those guys, the flag bearers, more importantly, out of there before the Confederates can hit them. But Confederates still at taking losses here. And they hit breaking. So if Union caps, they win the game right now. Confederates are a little ways away. They have a little time here to come and take the point. But they need to start moving sooner than later. And right as I say that, they begin to move. This will be very close. A lot of Union inside of this church here.
No, this is mine.
You can see Confederates charging a lot behind the church. It's going to be a closer fight here. Good Confederates winning up at the church. A little bit of Union left on the bottom here. Point is clearly in favor of the Confederates. Union hit breaking. We see them be close, and Union's going to get wiped in the back here.
Fucking sit here.
Down the point.
Get the point. Fuck, fuck. Wait, boy. Alright, get to the fire, lads. Get to the fire. Search the gap.
Kappa wanted to go to point, but there are a couple of rebels here.
God fucking damn it, I told you.
God,
I
it's
was
okay,
in the
guys.
woods the whole time.
It's
Flicks up.
okay, y'all.
A couple of Unions actually doing a lot of damage here. Very possible that you could see team kills, team stabs, which is huge. I mean, there's still...
There's a flag here. Hey, get that sick man.
Guys, green earth is going on.
So, the Union have been successfully wiped
Rebel,
in the back.
You idiots.
But both sides are breaking. Who's going to hit their final stage first? So, let's explain what that is. While we have some time to kill as both sides, more like the Union reform. So, the Union's last stage, the attackers' final push. If that is hit, the clock will go down to a specific time, and they will have that much time to try to take the point. That time being the time it takes to go from your main to the point of contention twice without bayonets and reloads. So on this map, that's probably 3-4 minutes. So if the Union hits final push, they'll go the map timer, the big timer in the middle there, top middle of your screen, will go down to 3 or 4 minutes. And then the Union will have infinite tickets to try to take the point. There's just a time limit. Confederates, on the other hand, they'll hit last stand. If they die after last stand is hit their final stage, they can no longer respawn in the game. But anyone that's still waiting to respawn, like if you're in the waiting screen, you will get spawned in the game if your team hits last stand. So, Confederates are reforming in the woods. Union, it looks like they're just trying to take this middle hill. The rest are at spawn with their officer. Union artillery actually getting... Or was that Confederate RDT kill? That's what looked like that. Well, English. That's what it looked like. Confederates killing one of their guys. This guy is going straight in. Is he just going for the point? That is the mindset right there. Don't worry about your enemies. Just go straight for your goal. The only difference, though, between real life and this is that your enemies can kill you. So, the Union, these couple skirmishers here are able to take this front position. And they're going too. Let's hear what the Union strategy is. They're beginning to move out. Looks like they're just going straight for it.
I'll leave you with nothing. Anyways, guys,
Why are we letting Confederate officers lean us and literally in the whole company except for one?
Yeah, why are we letting these Confederates?
Oh,
That's alright.
That's okay. That's okay. It's alright.
So, Preacher trying to comfort his men as they make their way. Looking at the Confederate position here, Confederates mostly are in the back of the woods. You have some skirmishers up front that have definitely seen the Union coming down the road. But majority of the Confederates are sitting back behind the church. That is very interesting. Maybe they're forcing the Union to come out in the open because the Union has to come out into this open road. I don't know if being on this left side of the fence is on the point. But more likely, even if it is, Union's probably just going to bonsai on the middle of this road and hold around the church. Which is probably why the Confederates are holding back, because they can spring out on them right as they go on to the road, which now they're colliding forces here. Union does have the advantage. They have reached the artillery first, so they can get on the caissons. However, the whole Union team is holding back. A lot more Confederates pouring in. It looks like Confederates are going to win this based on the number of flags I'm seeing. Confederates hitting the last 10. So, any Confederate that dies now will no longer be able to respawn. Union's probably close to final push. So, all the Confederates that were waiting to spawn have spawned in at their main over there. So, yeah, Union needs to make sure they don't hit final push before they attack next time. If they hit final push before their last push... If they hit final push before their next attack, they're going to have to hurry it up. They might only get one chance at attacking because the Union is actually moving quickly. Okay, I take that back. In most cases, the Union will take their time getting their bayonets and reloads. These guys probably in the front have their bayonets and reloads.
Someone invited you, Kappa, as a welcome guest, and you fucking left. And you said it was from anxiety.
So the Confederates are trying to chase the Union over here. I think they're just trying to knock them into final push as soon as possible. Because that's the only Confederates' chance here, is knocking the Union into final push. Union beginning to push out towards this middle hill. Oh, actually, there's more Union on this far left side, too. Who do we have? We have Tall Gray. Die. Tall Gray is dead. He leads his couple men over here. Again, Union just needs to bunch up in one thing. I don't necessarily agree with the spreading out thing, but then again, I'm not playing. But here we go. Union is just going straight in. Confederates having a nice wooden fence here. Union just, oh no. Union, I get they were trying to be quick, but if you wanted to avoid going in the final push, this is not how you avoid going in the final push. They're losing a lot out of line. Union hitting final push, so they got 4 minutes. See that clock changing.
Hold here. You basically peak for silks, as they say.
So, we have more Union trickling into the center here. Again, Union tickets don't matter, right? They have infinite amount of tickets. They just have a time limit of now 3 minutes and 39 seconds. So, Union, they need to get going. They need to move in. Shooting them down will not do any good. Granted, they need to build up their forces. The unfortunate part is they're losing men over here by doing that. You see this little Union force here running up on the side here.
Yeah, somebody pick up this flag, please. Pick up this flag.
A lot of Union holding up. Union's got to go. I mean, the more... but we'll see. They have 3 minutes to shoot them down. They can also try to trigger an overtime, which an overtime is basically if there are more attackers on point, then the defenders, once the clock hits 0, then an overtime will start, and the attackers have a longer period of time to take the point. So, a lot of time for the Union still. They don't necessarily have to charge. They could charge. That my preference with this many people here would be to charge, but of course, I am not on the field. I don't know what they see. We have a gripper here. I think probably artillery officer. He's just going straight in. He's going to try to knock out 6 of these rebels with his pistol. Let's see how he does. Jagger to our right doesn't even see him. Oh, no, Agrippa! Agrippa, no! But here we go. It looks like the Union is going to be charging. Yep, there they go. So, Union has a good chance of winning this match. What time will tell if Confederates can hit their shots. Even if they hit their shots, I don't know. There's not a lot of them. I hope that Union group on our right is charging. They're not. I don't think it'll matter, though. As it now looks like the Union have successfully... a lot of Union are sitting back here. These guys need to move in. If they move in, they for sure win the game. I mean, they're still kind of never 9. It's not even close. The Union have won the battle. Union artillery getting team kills. But that should do it for this battle. I don't see any of the other Confederates. I mean, I see maybe 5. And yeah, with that being said, that is the rest of the game here. You can hear someone's in-game chat still. It's kind of cool. I appreciate. You can also see the artillery carnage and dead bodies still, which is I like that. It's kind of cool. But well done to the Union. They got into the back of the woods pretty effectively, I would say. They baited the Confederates out to the right. They did that first push. It failed. They went out there again. Then they cut inside, and because the Confederates responded with their whole team, the Union could cut inside, get into the back of the woods, attack where they wanted. They knocked both sides tickets down and push them in the last stand with plenty of time left. Well done to the Union. Good offstring. Confederates, they just couldn't let the Union in the back. That was their only mistake. But yeah, with that being said, please like, comment, share, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed. And with that being said, we'll see you in the next broadcast.